Hello, everybody, and welcome to Solo Rolling. Let me turn down this backing audio a little bit. It seems a little bit loud on my end. Let's see. How's that sound? I don't know where this adventure is going to be starting, but I picked a little village from Tabletop Audio. I figure there's going to be some kind of village. Still a little loud. Jeez, let me... Alright. How about that, Tiana? Is that better now? It has been a very long time since I had a solo rolling adventure. I'm very excited for it. I'm standing up tonight. And, yeah, so this is an adventure I've been waiting for a very long time. Siege at Lamstrand Long. It is book 3 of the 8 Petals Argent series. So this series is going to be 8 different adventures. Obviously, you know, when Randall finishes the entire series. I'm actually going to drop really quick a link in the chat. Randall was kind enough. This adventure just launched today, by the way. I think Randall was very excited to. We've been working back and forth, and with the holidays and everything, I haven't done solo rolling in a little bit. And Randall kept getting me like newer and newer updated, like beta or alpha and then beta test of this adventure. Oh, there's 7 adventures, but it has 8 in the name. Randall, now you gotta make a little one for the end to add on to it. So yeah, we kind of, he kept giving me more and more recent additions to it, but with Christmas, New Year's, even Thanksgiving, I don't think I've done one of these since like early November, maybe even October. I don't know. It seems like it's been a very long time, but this literally just launched today, and I just dropped a link in the chat that if you use that link, you will get 50% off of this adventure. So instead of $14.99, it will be like $7 even or something around there. And only 5 uses of that link are in play. So if you're planning on picking that up, make sure that you grab that very soon. And yeah, this is a 440 page adventure. My apologies. I see that now on my my app. So it is a long adventure and worth every penny, full price. But if you can get 50% off, then heck yes, definitely do that. And I'm going to try my best to recap the first 2 adventures. Like I said, it's been like 2 months since I've even done a solo rolling, and I don't even know how long it's been since I did book 2 of 8 Petals Argent. So, and then book 1 was like a year and a half ago. So, I am going to be well, first off, if you've never watched solo rolling, what solo rolling is I play Dungeons and Dragons by myself. Using these adventures where they're kind of like choose your own adventure novels or books, but with D&D mechanics kind of layered on top of it. And yeah, and then I just try not to die. Sometimes I'm successful in that. I think I've got maybe like a 50-50 death ratio and win ratio of these. Yeah. When I say I play these by myself, I really mean I lean very heavily on chat, and chat sometimes, you know, will either help me remember mechanics of my own character or help me pick the correct path to not instantly die, which is awesome. Or even donate bits and channel points and things like that to like zap my enemies with lightning. And other than that, I am reprising my role as Harry Three Fingers with a twist tonight. Harry Three Fingers, if you watch the other 2 streams, the other 2 series, if not, don't worry. Harry Three Fingers is a Minotaur. He's always thought himself as a thief because he is in a Slipstone gang. They're kind of like a street gang that does odd jobs and maybe some light pickpocketing here and there. but he was always a barbarian. Hey, thank you so much for following Agrad06. Yeah, he always thought he was a barbarian, but he always thought he was sneakier than he was. But now that I've hit level 3 on this adventure, I have switched him from barbarian to rogue. Mostly because at level 3, when rogues get to pick their subclass, I've always wanted to play a, what's it called? A swashbuckler rogue. Because, especially for solo rolling, the swashbuckler rogues are able to pretty much get sneak attack anytime there's not another enemy by the enemy. So that means I can get sneak attacks without needing other people around, which would have been a very big limitation for a rogue on solo rolling where I don't have any teammates. So now I'm going to be a swashbuckler rogue, still Harry though, and my name is also still Harry. And for the first 2 adventures of this series, first one, kind of get introduced to the Slipstone gang. I say gang, but it's really, it's more like do-gooder gang, if that makes sense. Like they mostly just like do odd jobs to be able to afford enough food for everybody. And, you know, maybe some light pickpocketing against, like, the rich that don't need all that money anyway. And in that one, there was a job posted that was pretty much, hey, anybody who can break into this tomb before this night and steal this artifact, you will get, like, X amount of gold. Did that. Won it. Found out that it was kind of an initiation to this like grander scheme of things going on called I think they're called the Lamstrand gates. Pretty much there's this like secretive organization, and there are these gates, these portals to different places. I think there's one portal, but it goes to like 8 or 7, probably 8 because it's called 8 Petals Argent. Different places. Book 2, get to further explore that. I was looking for a lost pirate ship, used the portal, found the pirate ship, landed in the ocean. Me and one of my gang members helped this guy named Arnold not die, and then we found the ship, and it was awesome. I didn't die on that one. I definitely did. I definitely died fighting the boss of that one, but that's okay because I did a redo the next session and I won, so that's the only one that counts. And yeah, now we're gonna be back to book 3, and I'm keeping that recap light because I am betting that as soon as I scroll down here, it's gonna do a recap. So we'll see from there, but so we'll get started. Followed from yes, Lawful Stupid. Thank you for stopping by, Agrad. And yes, Tiana, I remember when you played a swashbuckler on NBA and aggravated the hell out of me and Grundu by just completely wrecking our pumpkin monster, I think it was. Yeah, that was bad news for us. Again, this one is written by Randall Wright. I saw Randall in the chat earlier. I don't know how well, how long Randall will be able to stick around. I know he had some other plans soon, but all right. Yes, Ogrand. I don't know if you saw that link above to pick up this adventure. This whole series is amazing. If you ever want to play Dungeons and Dragons, but you don't have maybe you're a forever DM, or maybe you just don't have a group that's able to get together as often as you would like, it's really awesome to be able to, create whatever character you want. Grab one of these mini adventures on DM's Guild or wherever you get them, and just be able to play Dungeons & Dragons at any time just by yourself. It's a lot of fun. Blood on the High Road. Before you, the trail of carnage stretches deeper into the fog. It leads to another burned out wagon, this one lying on its side. Wisps of smoke still rise from the coach. The black tendrils swirl and mix with the thick morning mist. I think I might have too happy of music going on right now. Beyond is a third wagon, the doors hanging from the cabin and the driver's withered corpse lying across the road amidst shattered crates. The fog-shrouded outline of a fourth wrecked wagon is barely visible from the high road down the valley. Let me swap this. Let me swap this music real quick. This sounds pretty fitting. It's called Escape from the Shadow. This one might be better. Scroll up one page for the art. Yeah, there we go. I should have seen this first, and I should have been like, okay, let's drop that down. Oh no, my link didn't work in my chat box. Oh, it's Arnold. Arnold's back. An ambush on the high road, Arnold says from astride his aged mule. How can this happen so close to Waterdeep? That's the only body left, says a gravelly voice from the fog. They took all the others. Even the horses are gone. By the way, I know his name's not Arnold, it's Harold, but I called him Arnold for like 3 months, so that's what we're sticking with. Arnold startles at the sound, and his mule shies away from the shape of a man that appears in the mist. Sergeant Carvel, Arnold exclaims, struggling to keep his mule. I thought you were further ahead? The man's reply is sour. I'm a watch member, not a soldier. My rank is Almar. Almlar? I get it wrong sometimes. And I told you two to wait back there. We lost you in the fog, Arnold says, trying to sound convincing. Amlar Carville. Oh man, that's gonna be another name I'm not gonna get right ever. Its bushy white eyebrows slowly scrunched together in a scowl. Not for the first time. You wonder how the old man's brows could grow so thick and wild while his head is as bald as a boulder. I don't know how you heard about my investigation, the Amlar says. Neither can I comprehend why Civilar Krugator wants you to come along. It stinks of a graft. Civilar Krugator knows his matter has far-reaching implications, and he knows that something of my particular skills, Arnold says with the last bit of some uncertainty. It's nothing to do with bribes or anything. As though feeling his nervousness, Arnold's sway back mule begins circling and sidestepping, requiring the half-elf to keep turning in the saddle to make his arguments. Finally, Arnold dismounts and you help him lead the mule back up the hill, leaving Amlar Carville to continue investigating the wreckage. When you're back to the remains of the first wagon, Arnold stops to catch his breath. Thanks again for coming with me. I don't have many friends who drop everything at a moment's notice like that. Well, I already saved this guy's life once, so I figured, like now, I'm banking more and more cookie points. You don't think Arnold has any other friends, let alone friends who'd agree on this trip. You only recently met the half-elf. He was brokering paid scavenger hunts on behalf of a mysterious group of Gond worshippers, the Seekers. Your gang was in desire. See, I knew there'd be some recap. Your gang was in dire financial straits, and the Seekers' bounties were, and continue to be, an important source of revenue. However, it wasn't until you and Arnold survived together for half a month on a distant island that you come to call him a friend. That was the last book. When Arnold showed up at your door yesterday morning, you thought he meant to discuss your trip through the Argent Gate and mission to recover more of the petal keys that unlock that portal's full potential. This time, his visit was more urgent nature, and you didn't hesitate to grab your gear and follow him north. Arnold explained the situation en route. He had visited the House of Inspired Hands that morning, hoping to buy access to a book about Lantan's history. The Seekers thought that it might mention the Argent Gate. When the clerk tried to find the book, she discovered that it had been shipped north on a trade caravan just hours before. After scrutinizing the paperwork requesting that transfer, the clerk declared it a forgery. Signatures didn't belong to any of the clerks at the Temple in Neverwinter. The watch was summoned, and one of their best investigators immediately set out to follow the caravan. With the chase afoot, Arnold had little time to gather support. It's lucky that he found you at home. You only caught up to the watch investigator last night. Arnold showed him the letter from the watch civilar in charge of your home district, and though he grumbled, the wizened old man had no choice but to let you accompany him. The next morning, you found the wreckage of the caravan. The book is a heavy one, obviously expensive. The bandit certainly took it along with everything else of value. Arnold frowns and pats the mule's forehead. I have no hope we'll find it among the wreckage. The Temple of Gons won't get that book back, and the Seekers won't get to see its contents. Say, is that... It's a morbidity box. You stoop to examine the shattered crate. It's a morbidity box. Morbidity box. Morbidity box. And that's Gon's symbol on it. Perhaps more than just our missing tome got put on this caravan. You know what most water Davian temples provide: morbidity services. If relatives can't afford the spell to raise a loved one from the dead, they can pay for the body's storage and for regular preservation spells, hoping they can afford the resurrection later. Your friends had to sell everything and go into debt to afford such a spell last year after your gang leader was murdered. It seems odd to find a morbidity box among the misdirected cargo. Arnold's eyes narrow with sudden recognition. This is not what I thought. It changes everything. He's about to say more when another shape materializes from the fog. It's Latch Boy, your longtime friend and fellow gang member of the Slipstone gang. There's nothing left, he says, walking quietly out of the fog. Your friend's perpetual smile is framed by dark stubble. He was also at the Slipstone gang's hideout when Arnold arrived yesterday, and like you, he insisted on coming, though he obviously didn't pack a shaving razor. I didn't mean to startle you, your friend says apologetically. I was skulking so I could keep an eye on that investigator. He talks to himself when he thinks he's alone. What'd you learn? A giant spider attacked the caravan, maybe more than one. The first wagon got stuck in a mass of webbing, and a passel of humanoids was in the mix too. But those tracks are odd, because barefoot and gangly with clawed toes. The investigator was very keen to sketch them out. I think he's still at it. Arnold looks like he's been half listening. He begins searching the wagon's wreckage more thoroughly. Giant spiders would explain the desiccation of the driver's corpse and why they took the other bodies. They're saving them for later meals. Even this one, Latchboy says, kicking the empty morbidity box. The Seekers need to know about this. I need to hurry back to Waterdeep and send a report. You need to get back? What about us? Arnold takes the parchment from his pocket robes and hands it to the Latchboy. Stay and keep an eye on things, and don't let the investigator shut you out. If you find that book, you have authority to take possession of it. And everything's in this letter from Sylvar Krugator. The thought that the scroll might be a forgery leaps unbidden into your mind. From Arnold's description of events, he never had time to visit the Sylvar trade ward. And this parchment looks suspiciously like some blank sheets kept at your gang's hideout. Did Arnold forge this letter while you were gathering your gear? Oh, that sly cat. And one more thing. Keep your eyes open. Something here is not what it seems to be. Then he turns, leaving you and Latchboy to deal with Amalar Corval. When the Amalar returns from the valley, he isn't surprised by Arnold's absence. Corval's smug expression says he half expected the half-elf to return the comforts of Waterdeep much sooner. Even you were surprised that Arnold kept up for so long. After sleeping without tents last night, his complaints only stopped when it turned to the burned-out wagons this morning. Latchboy begins making up a story about Arnold's absence, something about a wine tasting appointment, but the Amalar seems uninterested in the half-hearted tale. There's been a development. You notice they took all the bodies, but the tracks up there tell me they took the prisoners alive. Prisoners? I've already sent my familiar to fetch the garrison at Rassilontar. but they will take some days. The lives of those prisoners mean we can't wait here. We'll have to catch up and ambush the ambushers. Hopefully, they won't expect our pursuit so soon. You take a long look at the trail that winds into the heights. It's a treacherous climb. In addition to the caravan's attackers, the hills above the high road are historically dangerous. Orcs, trolls, and dwarfs are known to congregate in the heights of the Sword Mountains. Really, anything could be lurking up there. A deadly mystery waiting for you to stumble into. You wonder if this is the right time to excuse yourself from the expedition. No. Let's go, Latchboy says, not hesitating, and he checks his gear and gets ready for the climb. Your friend's enthusiasm is infectious. Perhaps there's time to save the prisoner's life. Plus, as Latchboy points out, caravans like this have merchants, and merchants might offer a reward for being rescued. The Amalar sets a quick pace up the steep path, even while leaning on his walking cane. As you follow, the mist closes in again. A cold wind blows, and Arnold's parting words echo in your ears. Something here isn't what it's meant to be. Yeah, I'm thinking, you know what? One thing that I'm really pumped about, being a rogue in a solo adventure, like I think this swashbuckler rogue may be the best, like the best solo subclass out there, at least for one of these adventures, because I know that these adventures have lots of checks in, and there's so many skills I got, and then I've got what's it called, expertise in 2 of them. Like, this is gonna be good. Oh, what is this? Look at this wizard right here. Look at this Lord Jon Snow looking dude. Okay, how to play solitaires. Yeah, character. We got my character sheet. The only thing I want to make sure I keep an eye on. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Ograd. Tracking marks. So I did find my notes for the last 2 adventures, and I've been keeping renown. So that might actually come into play this adventure. And event codes. I've got all my event codes I've already got. I've got my lore entries. I got all that stuff saved. Alright, and now we're ready to get to it. The trail is steep in places, level in others. At times you struggle around boulders and clefts in the earth while following the prisoner's tracks. You occasionally find where bridges of web bundled tree branches were laid across chasms. The prisoners were dragged across these, and then the bridges thrown into the ravines, leaving your party to struggle with a perilous climb or a slow detour. The higher you go, the more the trail doubles back on itself and to get around in the tall stone columns for which the Sword Mountains are named. Despite these delays, you sense that you're gaining ground on the monsters. Okay, so I believe what this means is I add this to my notes. Like I said, it's been a while since I did one of these, but I've got this up here. Isn't there a find button? Yes, there is. There we go. Let's see. I want to read the lore. Can I click it? No, I can't. Should be one of the last few pages here. Here we go. Okay. Oh, it's his stat block. I did see his stat block, and then I just skipped right over it, didn't I? I'm just making sure I get it pulled up. It's 302. Here we go. There it is. Alright, so I'll keep this up on my other tab. Sidekicks in play. So I've got Latchboy with me. So let me double check his stats real quick. I forget exactly what he kind of is. Cunning action, so it looks like he's more of a rogue like me, which is gonna be fun. Okay. It's almost noon when Amlar Culverall calls a halt. The old man drops his cane and leans against a boulder to rest. The morning fog has burned off and you see a little ribbon of the high road far below. When Carvel catches his breath, he offers rations to you and Latchboy, digging them out of his seemingly bottomless satchel. Alright. Oh, here we go. First choice. You keep an eye out for trouble as Latchboy and Amlar eat. I think I judged you unfairly. I thought your friend came along to slow my investigation and you with him, but we're far from that now and we're marching in obvious danger. No official reward was offered, so I have to ask, what kind of mercenaries are you? We're not mercenaries, we're friends. Arnold is too. Before you can say more, a terrifying scream echoes down the mountain as Latchboy leaps to his feet. Corporal dives for his cane and suddenly is spry for a man of his age. Did they just eat a prisoner? Are they that close? But what direction? This echo is horrible. Here we go. Need an all-rogue game. Danny, an all-rogue game would be pretty fun. Just play it like a kind of like a thieves guild type thing, and everybody would have such high ability scores that it'd be so funny. I'm just picking I'm picking a creepy sounding woods. There we go. Okay. So, chat, here's our option. Echo source. We can use a perception check if you can parse the origin of the echo. Okay, so this is one of those things where I can kind of go down this list. I don't have to make this choice. So I can first try the perception check. I've got a one-shot that I've ran one time as a home game that I really like. It's a heist, and it's a really fun heist where obviously, like, you can't just murder your way through it, right? Like, you're way out armed, way outgunned, and you have to think your way around how you're gonna do it. And I would love to run that sometime. Where is my Roll20? A 19 perception check. Yes. I can parse where the origin of this is. Oh no, which one did it take? Hey, do you guys remember if that was 35 or 36? A haunted mansion heist in here? Oh, Randall. That sounds awesome. You are close to several peaks, so you hear the scream in a series of rapid echoes. However, you're certain it's coming from the south. If that was the sound of the prisoner being eaten, that means that your quarry has turned south. Weird. If you haven't yet done so, you can try to remember something about echoing quality. Yes, let me do this, because that seems weird that they would just turn, especially if they were spiders. Nature check. My nature's -1. I don't know why it's so bad. I got an 11. Oh, I got close to it, but no. You can't tell anything else about the source of that echoing scream, so continue up 168. Yeah, I mean, let's go. Let's do it. Amlar takes the lead as you continue up the path. After hearing that scream, he and Latchboy are visibly tense. You soon crest a hill and find two possible routes are available to you. The path that continues east up the mountain is a steep one littered with loose gravel. Another route turns south and winds gently through a narrow cleft in the mountain. He searches for the tracks, but the signs are inconclusive. It's all rock and rubble. Ground's disturbed in both directions, but the gravel won't hold a footprint. Okay, this is on chat to help me out. It seems like they turn south, right? So should I follow and go south where it's kind of an easier path anyway? I'm kind of leaning towards south, but haha, make myself bigger. Because not only, well, it is narrow. So one's steep, one's narrow. But the fact that I could use my big cow ears and I heard them turning south makes me think that's the way to go. South? Yeah, let's go south. I can't really think of an argument to go east. You turn south along the gentler, narrow path that winds through a cleft in the mountain, and as you go, you begin to see chips of white among gravel underfoot. Then larger pieces that are obviously bone. Okay. That's a troll skull. You look back to see your friend lift something from behind a rock. Dust and grit fall off the thing as Latchboy holds it onto it like a trophy. Looks like a deer skull, but larger and covered with bumps. Do you think I should keep it? Before you can answer, he thinks better of it and drops it. It's too heavy. Oh, that's sad. Now I want to get Latchboy a troll skull. There are lots of bones around here. We're in some creature's hunting grounds. As he says this, a grayish shape leaps from its hiding place above you. Carvel spins towards it, aiming his cane and shouting a word of power. Whatever he meant to do, it seems to go wrong, and a stony hand bursts from the ground under the Carvel. Rock and bone go flying in every direction. The hand's huge fingers close around the old man and pin him in place. What the fuck could this be? A great shaggy beast is as large as a horse. It leaps at you, trying to get past you to the trapped old man. It releases a horrifying human scream. The same one that you heard earlier today. Ooh. Wait, what is this thing? Alright. What map is this? This is 143. 143 is right here, obviously. Okay. So. Oh, I hope I can kill it. I would really, really be embarrassed if I died of the first goddamn animal I come across tonight. Okay. U, PC. Latchboy, L. Begin the battle in single file with Carvel, K between us. The large crag one leaps down in front of you. Oh man, he's right up on me. That's okay, I'm a swashbuckler. Before combat begins, make 2 perception checks for you and Latchboy. Latchboy's bonus is +0. Their DC is 17 to avoid being surprised. Oof. Okay. Let me do mine first. I really don't want to be surprised. And I am. And here's Latchboy's. Whoa, we both got 6. Nice. 6 bros. So that's bad. And then Carvel's restrained for the first round of combat. Okay, and now I just roll initiative as usual, right? Okay, so that's telling me what Carvel will do. Okay, so yeah, I gotta just roll the initiative like usual. Okay, so let me go ahead and roll my initiative first. And hope. Oh, it's a +3. That's gotta be pretty good. 19, yes. And then Latch Boy got an 8 plus a 3, an 11. That's not terrible. Mountain Lion is going to get. That's not right. Mountain Lion's gonna get a 5. Thank you. Carvel. I'll just give him a d20. 14. Okay. So it's gonna go me, Carvel, Latch Boy, Mountain Lion. However, Mountain Lion's going to go first due to being surprising. So that means that if it gets a higher initiative, it did not. Will attack with his bite unless it gives you. Won't act in round 1. On round 2, okay. All right, so I think the mountain lion's gonna get 1 attack on me for the what's it called? Surprise, and then we're gonna go into regular combat. So let's see how bad this is gonna hurt me. It doesn't get to pounce though, so that's good. Let's have it. I guess let's have it bite. Oh man, bite does more damage, but so it's gonna try to bite at me as it pounces down right in front of me. And a 19, I'm almost positive is going to hit. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna kind of play it safe, and I'm just gonna take the average of 8 damage instead of rolling a d10 plus 3, just because I don't want to take that much damage that early on. So that's a pretty big bite. There's a pretty big chunk it just took out of me. And I'm pretty angry now, but guess what? That means that it goes to my turn now. And this thing is gonna get swashbuckled. So I've got a rapier, and I'll read my things I get as a swashbuckler because they're pretty good. I got fancy footwork. If I stab something and back up, the thing can't make an opportunity attack against me, which is what Tiana used very effectively to completely wreck me and Gerundu. So that's cool. And also, I just get oh, I can also add my charisma modifier to my initiative rolls. Doesn't matter here because it was a 19, so it'd be a dirty 20. But you don't need advantage on your attack roll to use your sneak attack if a creature is within 5 feet of you and no other creatures are within 5 feet of you. Which I think all that criteria is met, right? Yeah. The other ones are further back. Thank you. So that means I will get to use my rapier. Unfortunately, I guess that, yeah, I won't get advantage on this, like if I did a sneak attack, but what did that, an 11? Oh no. Oh, okay, hold on. So I poke at this thing pretty badly, and then I think I am going to do the good old, where'd that go? You can make a melee attack against a creature, and that creature can't make opportunity attacks against you for the rest of your turn. So yes, I'm gonna poke, do bad, and I am going to go ahead and back up like 10 feet to my buddies. Okay, and then oh, and then dashing is a bonus action? Oh yeah, wait. Oh yeah, cunning action. Dash, disengage, or hide. You know what I want to do? I want to try to I want to try to hide. I want to try to find like a big rock. And I want to try to hide behind it. Let's see. Oh, my stealth's a +6. Wow, it was only a 12. I'm going to go ahead and just say that fails. Like, just say I'm a big Minotaur. So I'm going to say a 12 is not enough to hide a big Minotaur from this mountain line. Okay, Carvel is up next. However, Carvel, I believe, is stuck for round 1. So after round 2, that's when Carvel can get back into things. Latch Boy, you got a bow? You don't have a bow, do you? Latch Boy, how much health you got? Only 22? I don't know if you can take this thing on either. But we're gonna try. Okay. So Latch Boy will run up and damn, I really should have stayed on that thing, shouldn't I have? Because I think Latch Boy also has advantage on attack rolls. Whoopsie, sorry Latch Boy, you would think that we would have practiced this move. So Latch Boy will run up and try to stab this thing himself. And I'm kicking myself so hard for leaving. But he did enough damage either way to hit. Max damage, 9 points of damage. How much health does this bad boy have? 30. Ooh. That seems like a lot of health. 34 minus 9, it's gonna be 25. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Okay. It is now cat turn. Just making sure. Yeah, okay, so the cat's just gonna... Creature will attack with its bite unless it gets another chance to pounce. Without provoking opportunity attack. I don't think it would get to do pounce now because Latch Boy's on it. So if he would pounce, he would have to do that to me, but that means he'd have to go past Latch Boy. So he's gonna bite. He's gonna try to bite Latch Boy. Try. He's gonna fail for sure, though, right? God, I'm so nervous for Latch Boy. That is a +5. Ooh, Latch Boy. Latch Boy is now down to 22 minus 8. Of course, that is 14? Sounds about right. Alright. We're back up to me. I feel bad that I left my friend Latch Boy to fight this thing by himself. Real quick, I was gonna say I'm gonna run up with my rapier again. I do have a bow though, and sneak attack. Once per turn, you can deal an extra 2d6 if you attack a creature, finesse, or range weapon. You don't need an advantage if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet. Okay. That's what I'm gonna... That's what I'm gonna do. No, I'm gonna run up. I'm gonna run up and I'm going to use my rapier again and try to help out my friend. Oh my god. I should have shot with a bow. I bet the bow roll would have been much better than a 3 plus a 4, a 7. Okay, sorry Latch Boy, you got this. You got this. Luckily, my buddy now is gonna help out. He hurls a dart each round at initiative 19. Oh, that's when I just went. So, either roll his attack at +2, or choose for the Amalar's throw dart to constitute a help action for you. Oh, okay. Oh, I like this. I'm gonna have him throwing the darts be a help action for Latch Boy. And if I would have read that, I would have had it... Actually, chat, what do you think? I don't think it's been too long since my very, very poorly rolled attack roll that I could say that him rolling that, throwing those darts will be able to give me a help action on that. Yeah, I haven't rolled anything since. I don't think it's too cheaty. I think it's getting borderline. You know, doing it after the fact, but if I would have taken the time to read it, I would have been able to do this anyway. 13 does hit this thing. Oh, this thing is so done for. This thing is so done for. That's actually not that much damage, huh? But I do poke him really good with my sneak attack for a total of 11 points of damage. It seems pretty low for how much health he has, because now he's only down to 14 health, and so is Latch Boy. Speaking of Latch Boy, so that means that that's like what Amlar is doing, right? Then he's not going to take any other turn. He's just there to grant me that attack, that help chance. The bird in my earbud just scared the shit out of me. Okay, Latch Boy is gonna get to go next. Latch Boy is, I mean, true to Latch Boy. He's just gonna try to short sword this thing, and now I'm up on it with him. The Latch Boy has advantage on attack rolls if against a creature if an ally was within 5 feet. That's an 11 plus. Latch Boy's plus is a +5. 16 will hit. Latch Boy, come on, you can do this. Actually, he can't physically do this, but 6 points of damage. So yeah, we're slicing dicing this cat up. It's down to 8 points of health left. However, it is cat turn, and that means that the cat's gonna bite. I'm gonna flip a coin. If it's gonna bite me or Latch Boy, I'll be 1. Latch Boy can be 2. Me, of course. Here we go. Let's get it. 16. I'm gonna have to look up my armor class on that one. My armor class is only 13, surprisingly. I'm gonna roll the damage. Instead of taking 8, I'm gonna take a D10 plus 3, because I think that's what the people want. And, okay, it ended up being the same amount of damage, so no harm, no foul. I'm now down to 8 points of health, though, so that is harm and foul. But that's okay because it's my turn now, and I'm gonna do the same thing where Carmel. His name's Carmel now. Just change it throughout the whole series. While Carmel's throwing these daggers, it's gonna give me a help action for my rapier. Which is good because that first one was an 8. And then a 9. Cool. Thanks for the help, Carmel. Oof. Oh, even while this thing's distracted and just getting hit with like blunt ends of these throwing knives, he's still not distracted enough for me to do decent. It's gonna be up to Latch Boy. Latch Boy is gonna really need to pull out 8 points of damage here, which is gonna be like the max Latch Boy can do. Oh, he's got it though with a 13 with a +5, 18 to hit. Come on, Latch Boy. What is it again? A D6 plus what? D6 plus 3. He can do it. If he gets at least 8 or 9 right here. Ah, no, I mean not bad. 6. This cat is looking. He's got 2 HP left. If I was that cat, I'd be fucking bailing. Oh, you don't picture Latch Boy to look like that? Well, it's the stubble. You see, I think Danny, your problem is that you've gotten used to. I think you watched the whole last 2 series, and Latch Boy didn't have a stubble back then. But now, I think the stubble is an integral part of this adventure because it's mentioned his stubble a lot. I think Latch Boy used to be a boy, and that looks like a fucking grown-ass man right there. That does not look like... He should change his name to Latch Man. Okay, does this cat try to leave now? Come on, cat, just get out of here. It's all grown out. Oh, thank you for the follow, the compound. That is awesome. We're definitely gonna... We're trying to hit that 500 followers. That we tried to hit it last year. We got so close. I think now we're like 25 followers away. We're getting there. Okay, does this thing... Okay, no, we literally got to kill it. All right, that's fine. That means it's its turn, and it's gonna. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna flip a coin. Oh wait, I'm gonna I'm gonna do some more cheesing because with how wounded I am, and I know I can't take another bite of that mountain lion. I'm gonna use my swashbuckler stuff and back up just a little bit, like 15 feet, so that Latch Boy will take this bite instead of me. Because I know I can see Latch Boy. I can see Latch Boy with his beard. He can take 2 bites of this cat for sure, for sure. Oh, what did Latch Boy have? Latch Boy's got a 15. That's a 12 plus a 5. That's a 17. This cat has not missed once. How much health does Latchman have? Latchman's got 8. That 14. I'm gonna roll it. I'm gonna roll this damage. Nice. That's almost half of the damage. Ooh, okay. So that's good. Latch Boy's down to 9. It's my turn. Now I'm just gonna run up and like I'm gonna get this thing. I'm feeling really good about this hit. As long as I hit it once, it is dead no matter what. 21 and a 20. Yes and yes. Yeah, I did 13 points of damage. I wish I would have done 13 points of damage from a while ago, but able to kill this cat. I kind of feel bad. I mean, I wouldn't have messed with this cat if it was not, you know, biting me in my buds. First line about him in the first book is him looking much older than you remember. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Speaking of the first book, somehow, have no idea how. Well, by the way, I killed the shit out of that cat. But somehow, in the first series and the second series, I somehow missed exporting the Twitch video to YouTube. Even though I definitely did do all the way through the adventures. On both of them. On one of them, it would have sucked and it would have been weird. But for somehow, both of the adventures, I missed exporting the last session somehow. So the series are incomplete, which is pretty annoying. Yeah, just the final episode of both. So I was gonna get another Majestic Goose Nimber to run through the series so that we've got full plays of them up on our YouTube. All right, what happens when this cat dies? If you defeat the cat without Latch Boy dying, Latchman dying. Oh yeah, I always forget you can flee these things, but nope. 31. With the creature defeated, you turn your attention to your comrades. Amlar has a few scrapes on his face. From what, Amlar? What did you get scratched by? Were you like back there trying to rough yourself up so you look like you helped more? You threw like 3 knives at this thing. The creature's gray fur looks like it would make a valuable pelt, but you don't have time or inclination for the skinning. You continue south for a few more minutes before realizing that this route gets increasingly narrow and you're soon certain that your quarry took the other, steeper route. Oh my god, I just now yeah, everyone forgets they can flee. Yeah, that's true. I've never had somebody flee a fight in D&D. I'm just now realizing I remember that the cat did the scream that sounded like the scream I heard, and I just now realized, like, I wasted my time coming down here, didn't I? Completely wasted my time. Since leaving the high road, your quarry's route has been consistently upward and eastward, and you stay on the course by climbing the steep path. The loose rocks make the climb difficult, although Latchboy, ever the little acrobat, has no trouble. Amlar must use his cane for balance as he crosses the shale. More than once, Latchboy hangs back to help the old man up a particularly steep section of the trail. It's not quite dark when you realize that Amlar can't continue. You'll have to make camp earlier than you thought, and Latchboy agrees. Um, there's no point in pushing an old man any further tonight. Carmel sits for a long while, catching his breath, and he opens his satchel and passes around food and water. When the meal's done, the Amlar seems refreshed, at least enough to take one of the night's watches. Alright, cool. Background audio, can you guys all hear that first? And second, if you're renowned with the Waterdeep watch is rated -8 or lower. Oh, let me see what it is. No, it's the bird keeps surprising me. I know that's what I said. It scared the shit out of me when I was doing that fight. My renown with the watch is 2. So it's not lower than 8. Randall, what would I have had to have done to get -8 renown with the watch? Would I have had to, like, kill one of them in front of the other member's eyes? That seems like so hard to get that. Also, +7. Somehow I've only got a +2, unless somewhere along the lines I forgot to take a note, which is completely possible. But yes, I've got a 2, so I'm gonna get a 110. Book 1, Kilt Watch member sneaking into the City of the Dead. Gotcha. Carmel and Latchboy talk as the sun goes down. The Amlar is still interested in how your gang differs from a mercenary group. Latchboy hesitates to describe you as adventurers. He doesn't like that word, but that's what, seems to make sense to Amlar. Which is another thing about the reason in book 1 I came back to Waterdeep and to meet up with my friends, my gang, is because I set out to be an adventurer, failed miserably at it, and had to come pretty much groveling back, like, hey, I did bad. But still, all of my gang sees me as, like, the adventurer. Like, like, I set out on my own, and then now I'm this, like, renowned adventurer, but I just did really bad at it. The old man, no, not that one. Eventually, Carmel takes a weighty book from his satchel and begins reading a complicated spell. Latchboy watches the ritualized chanting until a glassy, opaque dome rises from the earth. Its curative reflects red and orange from the setting sun. You recognize the Dome of Force as a spell adventurers use for safe camping. Oh, fuck yeah, Lehman's tiny hut? You push your way into it, finding the interior warm and dry, and Latchboy follows. He tries not to look overawed by the magic. As the Amlar lays out his bedroll, you look at the dome, transparent from the inside, watching the last glow of sunset disappear below the hills. The evening passes comfortably inside the shelter, and the next morning a rime of frost covers the dome. Letting in only a faint glow from the sunrise, the Amlar wastes no time putting his boots on and packing up for the march. That was a really oh wait, that sounds like a long rest to me. Heck yes. Ooh. The MLAR sets a brisk pace as you leave the campsite. Update your character sheet for a long rest. Thank you, thank you. Those prisoners had a rough night, the man suggests. If they weren't kept in a shelter, the cold may have killed some. It's likely that some of their lives now depend on us catching up before the next nightfall. The Amlar's instincts are soon proven right. You've traveled only an hour when he stops to inspect some ground. Look here on the soft rise. This was their camp. Count the tracks here. They lost 2, maybe 3 of their prisoners. I'll bet their bodies are nearby, and if we find them, we might learn about these creatures we're following. Latchboy points at a shadow on the hillside. In that cleft, I think, I see. Carmel looks down the fissure and casts a lightning-emitting spell into the steps, and he his expression is grim. Yep, that's them. You look past the man and see 2 bodies about 30 feet down the narrow crack. Their colorful merchant robes are plainly visible from the glow of the spell. They look dried up. Drained. Giant spiders suck out the innards. They're probably all we'll learn. Those bodies are too far down to get to easily. Wait, shouldn't we search them for, like, clues? Looks like a dangerous climb. And we need to get back on the trail and catch up to those prisoners. Alright, chat. Inspect. I will say, as a rogue boy, Harry Three Fingers is very athletic and acrobatic, I think. Or I could send Latchboy down, but honestly, I feel pretty confident in Harry's abilities to make this climb. If we think we'll get anything from it. Also, I'm looking for some. Now I'm getting some cold vibes. So I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna change the music real quick. Winter Woods. Fuck yes, tabletop audio. Tabletop audio coming in clutch. So I can either climb down or we'll move on. I don't really want to send Latchboy down. I don't know what we're going to learn from these bodies, seeing as, like, we can tell from here they're drained. Seems like they're going to be pretty far gone past recognition, but just move on, not even risk it. Yeah, let's do that. That works for me. I mean, we can kind of tell, like, I don't know. You follow Carmel higher into the mountains, and near midday begin to see signs of giant spider webs. Yeah, we've seen so many clues pointing at giant spiders. I don't know what would have gotten from that other than a bruised knee. Tattered white strands cling to rocky pillars and fluttering in the wind like banners. You also find patches of crusty snow and various cracks and depressions in the hills. Places where the sun doesn't shine directly for most of the day. Twice the Amlar leads you back along your own trail and then up a new route. The third time you backtrack, you change course to descend into a short ravine, and as the trail rises out of the other side, Latchboy points to a dark mass stuck to the other side of the cliff above. Think it's a griffin, the Amlar says. Must have gotten caught in those giant spider webs. See how it's wrapped up like that? Probably hung there for a later meal. A griffin? Like Waterdeep's griffin cavalry? Are the spiders really big enough to eat those? Certainly, but I think that's a young griffin. It's no bigger than we are. Oh, that's a comfort. They're only big enough to eat creatures like us. No, not at all. I remind you, we found no horses with that caravan. The mention of the missing horses makes Latchboy even more nervous, and he continues glancing back at the dark lump hanging on the cliffside. Oh yeah, I'm right there with Latchboy. Unless you want to get eaten by... You know what? That's a good point, Danny. I might have dodged and that's why... And that's why I really want two versions of all these adventures on the YouTube channel, just because this thing is 440 pages. I will probably end up seeing like maybe like 150. I mean, you know, like obviously I'm on this page and there's 2 entries and I'm not going to be seeing 147. But you know what I mean. I'm only going to be seeing about half the content, if that. So I really think it'd be cool to have like multiple playthroughs on the YouTube channel. In the afternoon, the trail begins to show signs of civilization. It has been excavated in a few places, and rough stairs span some of the steepest rises, making traveling easier. It is apparent that humanoids live in these heights, or used to live here, but it's hard to tell how old the stonework is. A ring of monoliths surround the next intersection of trails. Their deep carved patterns still show traces of white pigment. One monolith is strung with chains from which hang some ancient iron lanterns. It's orcish. There hasn't been a great tribe near Waterdeep for 100 years. Many of their descendants live in those mountains. Lore. 305 Broken Bone. Oh, it's an intelligence history check. Okay. Yeah, let's see what I know about this. -1. 3. Nope, I don't get that. The orcs up here trade with Waterdeep from time to time. Now, come think of it, I haven't seen their trading parties in years. Spider food. Maybe. No time to fuss about it. We'll want one of these 2 trails that lead up the next part. But which one? Okay, you examine the intersection amidst the carved monoliths. The earth has become harder in these heights, more stony, less prone to impressions. The tracks you are following are just scuff marks and scratches along the stone. You can no longer see true footprints. It's nearly impossible to distinguish between booted tracks from those of barefooted humans. Alright, chat. Fly Scout, if you've got flying speed. I don't have... I wish I was a flying Minotaur. That would be pretty sick. Find tracks. I can make a survival check. Roll this with advantage if you have a favorite enemy. I don't know. I guess I'll try that first. Survival is a +0, so it's just gonna be a flat roll. 13. Oh, so close. So close. Close won't get you there indeed either, will it? So now it comes to a coin flip, chat. Are we gonna go to the Northeast Trail or the North Trail? Steeper Northeastern Trail or the gentler switchback Northern. So it sounds like one's gonna be a rougher terrain, but one's gonna be a slower terrain. So take the easy one, north. Yeah, the gentler. Yeah, that sounds good to me. You take the gentler path north, following the switchbacks as they climb higher and higher. By the time you reach the peak, the sun is beginning to set, and you find a trail that climbs steadily eastward along a ridgeline to a higher mountain. You also find a stone hut and a small delve. The squat structure is the right size for folk like halflings. We should rest for a moment. Is this a good place to rest? Latchboy asks as he relents upon noticing how tired Amlar looks. Instead of waiting, Latchboy searches the little hut. He squats to get through the doorway, and he returns a minute later. He says it's empty, but he finds an old miner's pick he found. Okay, so it's 10 pounds, but I will take it. I mean, I can carry... I'm still pretty strong. Okay. Then Latchboy points toward a strand of trees. Following your friend's gaze, you see it too. A cave entrance reinforced with old timbers. It has the appearance of a mine. Don't take too long. Carvel says, rubbing his sore leg. He seems to think that you and Latchboy have already decided to check inside. Well, I mean, if Amlar assumes we're going to check inside, maybe we should check inside. Why would we... Why would we check inside, and why would we not check inside? Like, there's no reason to go inside. But there's also no reason to not go inside. Other than there might be some spiders in there hanging out. But I'm gonna let chat pick that. If we're gonna go in. If we're gonna go in the creepy cave. Or not. Because honestly, I'm torn both ways. I don't want to get hurt, but I'm also very fucking curious. Also, I played some wintry sounds, but... Here we go, this one's... Yeah, let's do this one. The Frozen Trail. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of crows up in those mountains. Yeah, I changed that one too. This one's called Frozen Pass or something. Okay, let's explore this cave. You leave him to rest and you search the mouth of the cave. You will have to pass over ominous markings. Oh god, okay, well maybe not. I guess I'll try an Arcana check to see if I know what they're saying. Obviously my Arcana is -1. 13. I think if I saw glyphs on the floor, I don't think I'd walk over them. I mean, to me, it just makes it. Yeah. They might be glyphs that say, "Hey, you walk over me, and I'll give you, 50 temp HP." Probably not. Who would just go around handing out temp HP like that? But if I notice these glyphs, I would just, like, if I don't know what they do, turn heel, just go back to Caramel. Oh no, which one was that? 21 or 22? I really need to start reading the actual number before I click them. Because now I don't remember. It was 21? Okay, cool. As you climb the steeper trail, Carvel continues to show signs of weariness. You take the lead, and while Latchboy and the old man follow, at several points, the two of you have to carry the old man up the steepness. Man, I like his help, and I'm glad he's trying to help and find these prisoners, but it's to a point where it's like, should he just, like, hang out back behind us and, like, we'll circle back? Okay, so you can read the first sentence and it usually matches up. Alright. The mountain's peak comes into sight late in the afternoon, the strange stone columns ringing it like a thorny crown. You soon realize you won't reach it before a full night. As the sun touches the horizon, you spot a convenient plateau. That might make a defensible campsite. Carvel leans on the Latchboy as they continue to climb to reach it, and the cold and the day's travel has taken a toll on the old man. If you have Redemption Trail... Oh, I don't think I got that. Redemption Trail. No, do not have Redemption Trail. Again, Carmel reads the tiny hut ritual from his spell book. After 10 minutes of chanting, the dome rises from the earth. You follow Carvel and Latchboy through the opaque wall, and the space is warm and dry. Latchboy lights a cook fire while Carvel produces more rations from a small satchel. Without this dome, we couldn't risk a fire. We're deep in the enemy's territory now and we can't risk detection. When the food is eaten, Corporal climbs into his bedroll and Latchboy wraps himself in a wool blanket. This is making me like feel cozy and sleepy whenever we get into these tiny hut scenes. When morning comes, you're met with a strange sight. A half dozen hound-sized spiders. Hold on. When morning comes, you're met with a strange sight. A half dozen hound-sized spiders. That line did not change for my first time reading it. The little creatures scuttle around and over the dome, casting shadows on your camp in the dawn light. My spell's nearly done. I can't stop it from ending. Get ready to fight. Oh no! Oh, I used to love tiny huts too, Tiana, until this moment right here. So they're on the dome, and the dome's just gonna end in. I mean, gravity's gonna just do its part, do its thing. A moment later, the dome dissolves. The spiders turn towards you as one. Ooh. Hound-sized spiders. Okay. The moment the magic dome recedes, you find yourself among 6 big spiders. Okay, so this is 016. Let me just swap the map out on the Roll20. 016. How's that looking? That's looking beautiful. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on right here. Whew. You, PC. Begin this battle 5 feet from 2 of the spiders, 2 and 3. 10 from a third. Latchboy begins 5 feet from 2 of the spiders, 5 and 6, and 10 feet from a third, 4. Corval, K, acts on initiative 17. The watch leader will move up to 30 feet on each of his turns to cast Acid Splash. Once this combat, he will instead cast Akanzar's Scorcher, if that would help. That probably will help. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be really rough. Okay, alright. Let's roll some initiative. Yeah, I was a little rushing a bit while getting set up for this, so I didn't look at all the maps. Oh, fuck. So I got a 10 initiative, because I also get to add my charisma. We'll do Latchboy's initiative. Oh my god, we'll do Spider initiative. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna be really bad. Alright, here we go. So there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 spiders. And they're kind of, there's 3, pretty much 3 on Latchboy, 3 on me. None are on Caramel. Alright, gotta open another drink for this. Okay. Spiders get to go first. I mean, it seems like they're mostly just kind of like jumpers and biters. And I think what we'll do is keep it quick, keep it fast, and just have 3 of them attack me, 3 of them attack Latchboy. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, we'll do my 3 first. So they got a +3 to hit. Boom, 17, 18, 7. Ooh, okay. 2 are gonna hit me. We'll go ahead and do the Latch Boys 3 now, just to keep it running, keep it going. 18, 9, 22. We're both gonna get hit by 2. All right. What that means is, all right, so I have to make 2 con saving throws. I got an 8 and a 12. My con is actually pretty good. Con saving throws a +2, so 10. I'm gonna fail that for one of them, and then Latch Boy is gonna make 2 con saving throws. Okay, so Latch Boy is going to save 1, fail 1. I'm also gonna fail 1, which means I got hit by 2, he got hit by 2, and we both failed a con save. So let me tally up some damage real quick. Sake of time, I'll go ahead and take the average. So we're both gonna take 10 points of damage. Yeah, that's gonna be some piercing damage and some poison damage. Ooh, okay. Alright, how much HP does Latch Boy usually have? 22? Is that right? 22? Yeah, okay. So Latch Boy is down to 12 health. And I am down to 14. Okay. That was rough. That was rough. Average damage is 3. Oh, average damage is 3. Ooh, I was about to roll for it because I was like, well, really, like, rolling has a better chance of that. Okay, let me give both of us 2 HP back. I will take it. I will gladly take 2 HP back because, I mean, at level 3, 2 HP is a pretty big difference. Okay. I think... Who got higher initiative? Me or Latch Boy? I got a 9, he got a 2. Okay, so I'll go first. Do I have anything that, like, hits more than one person? I don't think I do. If you make a melee attack, okay. That creature can't make an attack of opportunity. I think I'm just gonna have to just stand and go at it. Damn, none of them are even on Latch Boy, so I can't even get... Oof. Man. I'm not even gonna get sneak attack or anything on these things. Okay, I'm just gonna try to stab one of them and try to get down to just 2 spiders being on me. I'm not 2-weapon fighting. Am I 2-weapon fighting? Let me see if I've got that. I've got enough weapons for 2-weapon fighting. Is that a thing that Rogue can just do? I thought that was like a thing in your features where it said like 2-weapon fighting. Because I've got daggers. Yeah, for some reason I'm just not seeing 2-weapon fighting anywhere on my sheet. Everyone can, but they have to be light weapon, not a rapier. Okay, yeah. I've got daggers, and honestly, I think it would make more sense to have 2 daggers out right now, because I'm not going to be using disengage or. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I am. No, yeah, I am. Here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, sorry. I can't believe it took me this long to do a turn as a rogue. First, I'm gonna poke the one closest to, like, Latch Boy. Or try to. 8 total. It's not gonna do it. Well, bonus action. Disengage. I'm gonna run down to Latch Boy. So we're kind of like back to back. So even if the same 3 surround me and 3 surround him, we'll be back to back and be able to, you know, help each other out a bit more with some advantages and sneak attacks and things like that. So that's what I'm going to do. Latch Boy is going to... I'm now up on Latch Boy. Is it... Has advantage on attack roll if a creature is within 5 feet of the creature. Let me check this map again real quick. If I'm... Okay, so chat, tell me this. If I'm right here, up against Latch Boy, I don't think... Well, if this one, if number 4 is up on him, I would be within 5 feet of number 4, wouldn't I? Because number 4 is going to be closing in on him because I already had number 4 make an attack on him. So I think that would be... I think that would be able to work like that. Yeah, diagonal like that. Alright, then he's going to be attacking the diagonal one. Because I don't want to risk it, and I'm kind of worried about this fight. Really worried about this fight. Okay, does Latch Boy have 2 weapon fighting? Or short swords? Oh, no. Daggers. Bonus action for 2 weapon fighting. Okay, I'm gonna have... Okay, so I see that now. I'm gonna have him bonus action. He's gonna be trying to kill number 4. Oh, wow. Dirty 20 is gonna hit number 4 with 1d4 plus 3. 7 points of damage. I think that's gonna kill number 4. Yes. Oh, they only have 4 health. All right, so he's gonna sever through one of the spiders, turn towards the one down straight at, or diagonal of him, and now he's just gonna get a straight up 1d20, I believe, a natural 1. Yeah, that's not gonna work for anybody. I did forget to have Carmel do his thing on number 17. A line of roaring flames, 30 feet long. Okay, so I'm looking at where these spiders are. I think what he's going to do is he is going to hurl acid at these other... He's going to hurl acid on these 2 that were up on me. They made a... One of them's going to save, one of them is not going to save. So the one that doesn't save is going to die and get melted away. So there's going to be 2 on me still, 2 on Latch Boy still. And that means that, why are your dogs screaming at the neighbors, Danny? That means it's Spider's turn. So Spiders, I'll have 2 attack me, 2 attack Latch Boy again. Alright, so the 2 for me. Oh my goodness, both are gonna hit. And the 2 for Latch Boy. Does that second one miss Latch Boy? That would be pretty cool. Yes, they both miss Latch Boy. Okay. Good for him, bad for me. I saved both of my con saving throws, luckily. So I'll just take 6 more points of damage from these bites. Man, this is a creepy fight, because these things are just scuttling all over me, just biting into me. It's my turn. And I believe that now I will use my daggers. I'll sheath my rapier, pull out my daggers, and I'm gonna attack just one of the fucking spiders that just bit me for a dirty 20. Ooh, 6 points of piercing, kill one. And then I'm going to parry and turn into it. 17, 5 points. Ooh. So just one turn, I just slashed down into both of the last two spiders on me. As we go to Latch Boy, who's going to be doing very similar to me. 2 daggers, just one. 13 and a 15. I think those hit without even me adding his pluses. They do. Armor class 11. 4 HP. Alright, let's get it. Roll 1d4 plus 3. Whoa. 2 max damages. So as soon as we got back to back, we started fucking up those spiders with those, both of us dual wielding daggers. Tiana, you missed a lot of spiders biting us, but then that very last round right there, me and Latchboy both were dual wielding daggers and killed 2 spiders each, and we cleared out the spiders now. Luckily, because I did not. I'm feeling pretty hurt. $51. With the spiders defeated, you take a few moments to inspect the carnage. Gooey yellow guts smear the rocks. Here and there you find randomly severed spider legs and shards of carapace that resemble cracked eggshells. Latchboy and Carvel break the camp while you search the carnage. I think we'll reach those caves in an hour. Are we going to the caves now? I'm fucked up. I need to heal or something. I don't have a poisoner's kit. Head towards the caves. Mustard guys everywhere. Wait. Hold on. Where's mustard? Did I say mustard somewhere? I don't know where mustard's coming into play. Am I able, before I head to these caves, to take... Okay, yes. Am I able to take a short rest before I head into these caves? Because I got pretty fucked up. Mustard god. Oh, you gotta hate those big bads made out of mustard. I don't see, like, I mean, with them, you know, them breaking camp, the camp up, this came up in testing, technically no rest except where the adventure says. Gotcha. Then I'm gonna play it true. I'm gonna go into these goddamn caves. I'm probably gonna die, Randall. It's gonna be on your conscience. The three of you leave the plateau, returning to the mountain trail. A rime of morning frost crunches under your steps as you go. At this pace, you'll reach the mountaintop in less than an hour. In your final approach to the peak, you see additional signs of orcish inhabitation. You find murals carved into one of the stone pillars that litter the mountainside. Some of the beautiful works of art, while others are simple graffiti. Little stone structures range from crude dwellings to the architectural miracles, many built on top of one another. Though now abandoned, these structures imply generational inhabitation, perhaps over centuries. Excuse me. The stone columns in this area are taller than those you found further down the mountain. Some rise 100 feet or more into the air, and all of them, iridescent strands of spider silk, float in the air like streamers. As the trail becomes more sheltered by the stone edifices, the ground is softer, less windswept. It supports a range of scruffy shrubs with tiny pink flowers. It also holds tracks better. You recognize a single set of the familiar boot prints. A single set? So we're down to just one prisoner we're trying to save now? You pick up the pace as the trail becomes clearer, and then you find your destination. The tracks go directly to the largest pillar you have yet seen, a massive column reaching hundreds of feet in the air. Carved stairs lead to a hole in its base, and the entrance is 20 feet wide. You call a halt to the march, lingering behind some cover to contemplate your approach. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I know, like, seriously, all the descriptions in this adventure have really evoked, like, I think the feelings that Randall was going for. Like, the camping ones when we were in the dome, like, they all made me feel so fucking cozy. And then this makes me feel cold and like I'm really marching up this shitty, cold mountain. Okay, so the three of you approach the grand spire, watchful for any movement around the base or along its rough, jutting edges. You see nothing, even as you climb the rough stairs in the pillar's base, approaching the yawning mouth of its entrance. It seems to be no one on guard. Yeah, because no one would fucking come here. Inside, the passage descends into a central chamber 80 feet across, and 3 rays of sunlight shine through a set of high windows, angling down through the room and illuminating dusty particles in the air. A layer of rubble litters the floor, making it difficult to navigate. Only one way to go, Thamlar says, pointing to the pit on the far side of the room. The three of you carefully navigate the pile of stones, finding that the shaft contains stairs carved directly into its walls, a spiral staircase descending into blackness. You begin your descent into the mountains. Well, that sounds like that needs a change of tabletop audio. Which mountain? Isn't that a movie with Dwayne the Rock Johnson? I'm actually gonna play Spider's Den because that seems pretty fucking fitting for this one. The chamber at the base of the stairs is filled with more rubble. Unlike the floor above, a path has been cleared across the floor. Shafts of sunlight descend through a crack in the mountain, illuminating an archway on the north wall. A natural tunnel continues across the archway. The three of you move quietly as you enter the tunnel. Ooh, I didn't like that sound of that spider right into my brain. There are numerous side passages carved for smaller creatures to use, as though by unspoken agreement you stay to the main passages, the larger ones with the most tracks going through them. Here and there, more cracks in the ceiling allow more early morning sun to angle directly into these depths. The tool marks on the wall show where the natural passages were widened and shaped. No doubt this excavation is the source of the rubble that's been piled up in the previous chambers. However, you see no signs of expansion for the light-giving crevices above. Eventually, you reach the other side of the maze-like warren, entering a tunnel that narrows to just 10 feet across. As you move single file, you take note of the increasingly thick webbing that clings to the walls. Finally, Latchboy singles a halt. Something's up ahead. And you hear it too. It's a chittering sound, like a nightmare language that spiders might speak. You make out 3 different voices. Okay, what are our choices here? Okay, we just got sneak up, trait dark vision. If you have dark vision. I don't think I do. I don't think cows can see in the dark. I don't have dark vision, so I can't even do that. All I can do is rush up Well, gang, you know what we're doing. Let's go see what these 3 spiders are talking about. Oh, cool. I love that image. That looks super, super chill. You find 3 creatures that are vaguely humanoid but with spider-like features, and they are very hostile. Yeah, it kind of looks like the dude from Foo Fighters, but if he had 4 spider limbs sticking out of him, and he was only like 3 feet tall, and he had a big belly. Okay, so this is 79. Let me get this map up on here. Dave Grohl, yeah, I mean that's a name. I don't know what his name is. I just know he's a singer from Foo Fighters. Oh man, and he's haunting my nightmares now. Oh, I don't think there's a map for this one. At least I'm not seeing a map for this one, so we'll do this one just kind of theater of the mind. Okay. So, it's me, Latchboy, Carvel. Oh, there is supposed to be a map for this one. Why don't I see it, Randall? Part 1, 079. Ah, haha. There it is. Okay. I'll scroll down to that page after I read this. One of my foes, number 1, exploits the terrain, climbing 10 feet to the nearby ledge, and throws rocks at us for half cover. The others, 2 and 3, rush you to make melee attacks. Okay. Carvel will use no more than 1 of today's spell slots, casting the Scorcher if it will be useful. Okay. Alright. Okay, so let's go ahead and roll some initiatives then. I'll roll mine first. It's probably my last fight of the night, so let's see how this goes. What did I get? 21, actually 22 with my charisma. Latch Boy got an 18 plus 3, 21. Let's beat him. Caramel 15, not bad. Spider Boys 6, that's right. Get in your place, Dave Grohl. Alright, I'll go first. And it's this map right here. So we're A, B, and C, and they're 1, 2, and 3. You know what? I'm gonna take a shot at number 1 with my bow. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the best course of action I can do right now. 23. Ooh, 7 piercing damage. Yes, please. I do not get sneak attack, unfortunately, because they're all within 5 feet of each other. That would have been badass if they weren't. Okay, so yeah, fire shot lands right on it, and I'm going to move up a bit, and then I'm gonna take a bonus action and try to hide. And that was 5 plus 6. Again, I don't think that'd be enough for a big cow to hide. Latch Boy will move up as far as he can get. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I think Latch Boy will get up a bit. We'll say that I'm hiding. You know, I went up like 10, 15 feet and hid. Or tried to hide. I did bad at it. We'll say Latch Boy gets within like 15 feet of them. And then at the same one I shot, Latch Boy is going to throw a... What do you got, Latch Boy? What do you got? You got 4 daggers? He's going to throw a dagger at one of them. Or he's going to try to. 9. Ooh, that's going to go clinking down into the cave. And then we have got Caramel. And of course, Caramel's stats are... I know he can do Acid Splash. and it was a Dex. Oh, jeez. Where can I find Caramel stat? Oh, here it is. Dex 14 save. Caramel's gonna run up, and he is going to cast. He'll do acid splash at one of them, and it'll hit two next to each other, because number 1 and 2 right there, same one that's already been hit by my bow, and we'll have them both make a Dex save. Dang it! Number 1 is gonna save. Number 2 is not gonna save. So number 2 is gonna take 5 points of acid damage. It splashes on it, and now it's their turn, which is unfortunate. All right. So number 1's gonna climb up and throw rocks at us. +4 to hit, and we'll say it's gonna go for Latch Boy because Latch Boy is up closest. That's not a thing. 12 is not gonna hit Latch Boy, luckily. Or 2 attacks. Ooh, because it's got so many dang arms. 17 will hit Latch Boy. 6 points of damage. I don't know why I rolled that. Okay. I guess the other 2 are gonna run up. Oh man. I shouldn't have left Latch Boy hanging, should I have? Because now I guess the other 2 are gonna run up to him and make melee attacks. That's 4 melee attacks against Latch Boy. Oh god. I got a healing potion that I can... Oh my goodness. Latch Boy got hit by 2 and one was a nat 20. Latch Boy, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna do the average for 1, so 4 points of damage. And for the other, I will roll 2d4 plus 2. Oh my goodness, that's 13 more points of damage. Is Latch Boy down? Latch Boy's got 3 HP left. Woo! I apologize, Latch Boy. I shouldn't have left you hanging. I forgot that they were going to be rushing up. Well, it's my turn now. I'm going to run up to... We're going to say that the weakest one is the one that climbed up the cliff and is throwing rocks. So I'm going to run up to... with Latch Boy, and I'm going to have my 2 daggers again. And I'm going to... attack the one that's been hit by the acid. At first. The natural 1. Luckily, the second dagger comes in clutch, and with the sneak attack, because Latch Boy is up on it too. That's gonna be a 10 total, and he only had 9 HP left. So that one just, get him right in the throat, right in the Dave Grohl's throat, and he drops. Latch Boy's turn. Latch Boy is also going to have advantage, luckily, because now I'm up on this one. We're kind of flanking it a little bit. Come on, Latch Boy, do pretty good. First hit is going to be good. He's supposed to have advantage. We'll say that was an advantage roll. Latch Boy has advantage on attack rolls against a creature. Surely he can't use that twice, can he? So, okay. This is a question that I just myself... Oh, wait. Well, okay. So if it says side cut, Latch Boy has advantage on attack rolls against a creature. If he can make 2 attacks, do they both get the advantage? Because that's going to change if the second attack hit or not. You know what I mean? Because he rolled a he rolled 2 that would have hit, and then he rolled a miss, and then one that would have hit. it's what he gets instead of sneak attack. Okay. Oh, he doesn't get sneak attack. All right. Well, that's fine. That means he gets at least 2 attacks on this thing. 1d4 plus 3. Two sides of the coin. Max damage and minimum damage. So he's going to do a total of 11, which almost kills this thing. Unfortunately, not quite. Oh, I don't like those spider noises. And then our friend is going to hurl acid at this one with the daggers. So this one's got to make a dex save. 18's going to save, so the acid will just kind of fizzle off right behind it. And now it's their turn again. I'm gonna go ahead and just call it, where they see the big Minotaur cow as the bigger threat. They're gonna throw rocks at me and they're gonna try to stab me because Latch Boy can't take another hit. The rocks are +4. 23 is gonna hit me, and then the daggers are also +4. Okay, so I'm gonna get hit twice. I'm gonna get stabbed once. I'm gonna get hit in the head with one rock. So it's gonna be 3 + 4, 7 points of damage. Ooh, I'm down to 3 health now too. Oh god, me and Latch Boy are both down to 3 health. I do have some healing potions, like 1 or 2 though. Might have to pop those out after this. But first, it's my turn, and guess what? I am going to wreck this dagger Dave Grohl. Because I'm going to first roll to hit it and miss. I don't have advantage. Okay, so I whoop, miss. Uppercut for 12 points of damage. Would have almost one-shot this guy as I just cut him from navel to head. Only one left standing, but has 3/4 cover, unfortunately. You know what I think would be cool? I think if Latch Boy runs and scrambles up. He scrambles up that, because we're fighting like right here. So I think Latch Boy, with how acrobatic he is, I think it'd be cool if he tries to climb up there. And I'm gonna give him a d20 plus acrobatics 5. Oh yeah, 16. I think could get up that little hill. I don't think it's super tall. So we'll say that he uses all of his movement speed to climb up there, and then we'll have him do his daggers. Yeah, do his daggers. Oh man, that would have been so cool if Latch Boy could have done that, but he couldn't. They both missed. Both missed. Yep. Okay. Well, maybe Carmel now can earn his pay. He's going to try to hurl some acid up there. The guy rolls a 3, has +2, and even though he's got 3/4 cover, I believe 3/4 cover only adds +5 to dex saves. And I only know that from editing the most recent episode of Halfway Heroes. Which means he is going to take 2d6 damage, and I don't think he's even got 2. He's got 6 health left. So I guess he might not die from this. Ooh, 8 damage. Ooh, that was close. That was pretty close. As he gets dissolved in this acid. And when the creatures are defeated, Carvel picks up over the little bodies for clues, and Latch Boy helps him, though you think he might be more interested in finding valuables. Hair creatures. Arcana 12. Let me do an Arcana 12 to see if I get this or not. We all know my Arcana is -1. I got 9. Damn it. They carry nothing of interest save for their daggers. Yeah, I don't even know if we need this. If you use any smoke, powder, weapon, or device, cast Earth Tremor or any other spell, go to... No, we didn't do any of that. Go to 52. Okay. Yeah, we're at almost 9:40 now, and we're at a passageway. So I think what I need to do is start to wrap up, plug some things, and take note of my health and Latchboy's health, and what entry we're on. And then I'll also put some notes of what's happened so far, so in 2 weeks' time I don't forget, like usual. But yeah, this thanks everybody for watching. Thank you, Randall, for this adventure. Again, I'm gonna drop this in the chat. If you go to that link, you will get it for 50% off. Only 5 people can use that link, so instead of it being $14.99, it'll be $7.50 or something around there. So definitely go check it out. That's an insane value for 440 pages of adventure. So go check that out. Tomorrow night we are back with Doom Clock, where if you're not familiar with Doom Clock, it is our Shiver TTRPG campaign where I'm the GM of it, and we take 4 members of the Watch, who we were the Watch before Loki did the Watch, okay? Loki ripped off our shit because it's actually pretty close to the Loki lore, which as soon as I saw the first episode of Loki, I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, we the Watch are a group of adventurers that have to go back in time to stop these mysterious monsters that are popping up and targeting historically important figures throughout time. So every time period they go through, they have to, try to blend in with that time period and try to stop the monster before it hits their target. It's a lot of fun. It's a kind of a mini series where it's only projected to go like 9 streams, 10 streams, which will be like, I don't know, like 18 podcast episodes or something like that. So go check that out if you haven't yet. It's been a lot of fun so far. Dice Talk. If you are not subscribed to Dice Talk, search for it on Apple or wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe. If you were subscribed to Dice Talk, search and make sure you're subscribed to the newest feed and the correct feed. I know that sounds weird. Whatever feed you're using, make sure you've got the latest episode from today called The Undead. Because while we were switching podcasting host, Dice Talk had some weird issues where we're still trying to fix it, where we're worried that like we pretty much lost all the subscribers and the ratings and reviews and everything from it. So you could be a huge help, and you could go to Dice Talk and leave them a rating or review and subscribe to the show. It is an it's a interview style podcast where Jeremy and Gerundu from the Majestic Goods Network bring on amazing guests. And they've got some amazing guests lined up, too, for the future. So they've had awesome guests in the past. They're going to be interviewing the creator of Monster of the Week here soon. I'm really excited for that episode. So, yeah, it's a great show. Go check out Dice Talk wherever you get podcasts and leave them a 5-star rating review. Yeah, that's the only stream we got tomorrow. Next week is a stacked week. We're back with Lauren Poor on Monday. I interviewed RuneSmith. You might know RuneSmith from YouTube. He's pretty big. And I talked to RuneSmith about Strixhaven. It was a lot of fun. Tuesday is Halfway to Heroes. Wednesday is Shitty Cowboys. Thursday is Eclipse. And Friday is Roll for Weird. We're back on our bi-weekly schedule for Roll for Weird. And it is an amazing episode. It made me cry laughing so hard while editing it. So that's saying something. I usually hate hearing my own voice. So check out all those shows. Just check out everything on the network. Make sure you're following us on YouTube. if you're not yet, and make sure you're following us on Twitch, twitch.tv/MajesticGoose. YouTube, I think it's youtube.com/MajesticGoose. It might be Majestic Goose Network. Twitch is Majestic Goose Network, and I think YouTube's Majestic Goose, which is very annoying. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Thanks for helping me not die, chat. Danny, Tiana, Tanya. Yeah, thank you, everybody. Thank you for the new followers. And yeah, talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.